Hey!
Susan!
Hello! Hello! How are you?
I am great. And yourself?
I'm great as well. Thank you so much. Nice to see you here.
Right?
We're here. It's a filmmaker's take because we actually met like a couple weeks ago. I was at your place and
Mhm.
we were in your basement, and it just was like we were just starting to like have all of these ideas of like things we've done and the sketches we've done and all of these really funny anecdotes and like things that we did came up, and I was like, oh my god, like we should share this because it's really funny how some of these sketches are made, or little things we know about behind the scenes that I think would be really fun to share. And so that's why we're doing this. So thank you so much for agreeing to this.
Absolutely.
I know it's really hard for us to get together and chat and stuff
Oh,
because
I
it's
know. It's such a
er,
pain.
er,
No, this when we talked about the idea, I think it's great. There's just so many things that audience members miss or don't see because it's within the filmmaking process or just what happens in the moment, and there's just like little memories from it, and it's fun to share. So yeah, thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, and even people who are interested in like writing sketch or filming or things like that, like sometimes it's nice to know where ideas come from or how it's developed and stuff like that. So I think that might not be the case for this one because we're doing finger licking today. There's not a huge writing component to it, but in other ones there definitely is, right? And especially I think also from a director point of view, I think this one was pretty chill, and other ones were like full storyboarded and fully
Oh
like
yeah.
had needed a lot of work in order, like Death by Vitamin C, like that needed a lot of work
Yes.
beforehand to make sure that we were ready for it. So, so today we're diving into finger licking. Which, by the way, I've had people tell me that it makes them want to vomit. And other people are like, by far my favorite. So it's so controversial.
Yes, I find like I even just rewatching this sketch, it makes me burst out laughing because it's it creates almost like a visceral response that's uncomfortable. And
Okay, which
I
part? Which part is it that makes you like but burst out laughing?
I would probably say the part that that gets me, well, beyond the sound design, we can talk about that, but it's the part where you lift the skin up and you're like and and you're licking it with your tongue. It's just there's something about it that just makes me burst out laughing. Like it's like,
It's
"Oh my God, we went there."
yeah, and also, who does that with chicken skin or any skin
No
or
one.
any food? Who does that? No one. No one does that. That's not a normal thing to do. Yeah, I think that part grosses my kids out for sure. They're like, "What? Why?" It's like fun comedy. Laugh.
It is. It's very funny. It's very
Oh
funny. Um, did the angle is hilarious.
my God. We've talked about this. You are obsessed with filming up my nose. And I'm always like, I edited this one. So I had to look up my nose for hours of figuring out which shots and what, and it was like, I'm like, Sandy, Jesus Christ. Like, can we have a flattering shot of me, please? But apparently, a flattering shot isn't funny. So,
Yeah. Well, it can be. There are some flat, like there's some great shots of you, but that this sketch in particular, just the lower angle of it. I mentioned to you before that one of my favorite SNL sketches, Dear Sister, has this shot looking up Andy Samberg's nose, and it's just not the most flattering shot, but it's so funny and it's
yeah.
so awkward. And what a better angle to get you bringing chicken into your mouth to
you know what though? There was a point where we'd already done a take of me like going like this with the chicken. Like I had the chicken at the end and I was like, "Argh!" And we already had a take of it. So the next take I couldn't use because I still had chicken like up my nose and on my face that we didn't clear out. And because it's the first time I take the chicken, we couldn't use those shots.
And that's the importance of storyboarding.
Storyboarding and potentially having more than one crew member.
Yes, yes, that's helpful.
Yeah, then somebody can actually be looking at continuity or, my face or the scene or something. But we were just like, eyes looked around like everything looks good. You're like, camera's ready, let's go. Oh my God. So we filmed that in Kelowna. At the time, my brother and sister-in-law owned a condo on the waterfront, and there was a pool there. And so that pool was really helpful for quite a few sketches. Gwen was born at that pool. Anyhow, so we went down and we had the right, like we had permission to film, but we weren't able to block it off. And we didn't even try to block it off because it's August, summer. Like who's going to, no. So we go down there with my sister-in-law, Chantel, because she's on the condo board and she can be like our safety of like, make sure that everything's okay. She can talk to anybody. But we just set up in a corner that had good lighting because we had no lights.
Natural lighting.
Natural lighting. It's the indie filmmaker's best friend. And then we filmed there, but the sound was ridiculous because there were families. So there were kids screaming and laughing and joking and crying. There were a bunch of elderly people. I remember this woman came to the edge of the pool right by us, put her arms up like this and was like, "What are they doing?" And it was like so loud. Like,
you're like that.
Filming. Like, I'm sure I was doing this and being like, I'm just like, what are they doing? Well, isn't it obvious? I mean,
isn't it obvious that sketch comedy? Come on.
Isn't it obvious that this woman is just marinating herself in spices and stuff for a film? Like, can it be more obvious?
Yeah, and definitely the camera picks that up of the whispering of like, what are they doing?
Oh, it was whispering though. It was fun.
Yeah, pretty much. What are they doing?
Yeah, it was so funny though. It's so funny. Should we watch it and like stop and start?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
Let's give it a try. We'll see if this works. I think it's going to go right away. There we go.
Oh, wonderful.
I'll go right to the beginning there. So that became, the trailer, the little beginning clip of all gotmilf sketches.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this was so funny.
Lathering.
Trying to act like this feels so good.
I love the solar flare in there.
Yes, I love it too.
Okay, can we pause it? Can we talk about this sound design?
Okay, let me just take this down so you can.
Even in that opening shot, I like the idea was yes, but the idea was like to follow up like it's like smooth and silky, but your sound design in this is just like sells this piece. It's so comical because it's over the top. Like you don't hear people slathering sunscreen. Like maybe not really though, not to that extent.
I think you'll find you do. No, yeah, it's so loud. It's so And I had to I just put my hand in a jar of coconut oil and just was like, sorry, I'm doing this, but it was like my phone. And I had it on voice record. And I was just like, no. So that's me working the sound design. What? Yeah. And then the background was just iMovie. I edited this on iMovie. And it was just iMovie sounds. I think it was like themes, or I don't even know, but it was people like a pool crowd or something like that. And it was just voices of kids and adults everywhere. And I was like, this works. I had to repeat it a few times to cover. It was my first time doing like a real sound design and like having to make my own sounds. I remember like seeing as a kid, they would do some like video clips or interviews with people who did sound design, and I loved looking at their studio and all the things they did to make different sounds, like different
Yeah.
plugging sounds or like squooshing or any,
Foley.
yeah, Foley, exactly. How to create the Foley was just, I was like, what? This looks like so much fun.
And you did such a fantastic job. And I mean, you'll see in the video coming up there, there's definitely different nuggets of sound design that really sell it, and it makes it almost uncomfortable.
What? This sketch uncomfortable? What are you talking about?
And it's so funny.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back.
Okay. And I just
Go ahead.
want to comment on too how that opening shot, how that we didn't know at the time when we were filming it that that would become the opening to each of the Got MILF series on YouTube.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. And
Yeah.
that, and just the let's just roll their flair. Yeah. Yeah. And then it also became for the Roku special, it's the first sketch because it totally sets the tone of I think, you know, the female, what got milf is, which is basically taking the idea of the beautiful woman and then just kind of blasting through it, because it's like, this is what we're doing to be beautiful. What are we thinking? Is it really what we should be doing? Should we really be roasting our bodies in the sun? Because when I was like 20, so where the sketch came from, let's go back. Let me just hi.
Oh,
Hi. Hey, hey, hi, Sandy. When I was in my like early 20s, I used to work on cruise ships, and we would go to the beach and we would tan, and we would go upstairs up on the top deck and we would tan, and we would use that SPF 4 Australian gold because we wanted to have a great tan. And then it made me think about how my mom said she used to use like baby oil, or if they didn't have baby oil, they'd use olive oil or something like that to really like get the color, right? Attract the sun and get the color. Or if you were in a pool, that's going to be better because you're going to have, and anyhow, it's all the reflection, right? That helps with the color retention. So I'm making it sound smart. Color retention. I don't know. It helped you burn. Anyhow, so then that's where this sketch came from, is like the idea that we did this or do this to our bodies. And it's like, what is the end? Like, what else does that remind me of? And it connected to roasting a chicken and then basting a chicken so that you get the skin nice and crisp and golden, right?
yeah.
And so what if we did that to our bodies, where we just laid there until we're crisp, and then we can eat the skin off our body, because that's the best part of the chicken or the turkey or whatever it is you're roasting, is that skin. And so, but you're the one who took it to another level, because you were like, okay, now what? And I'm like, I don't know. We ate the skin. And you're like, yeah, but now what? Now eat the chicken. Just eat the chicken. And I was like, okay. And I remember, because we only had, I don't know if we should wait until we see it. Well, we'll see it. But we only had one chance to get the pull of the chicken, because we had to go so close. So we couldn't see like the limbs of the little rotisserie chicken. So close in, and my hand had to be just in frame for me to go and rip it. And that was the only take we could have, because we only had one.
Yeah. Note to self, get 2 chickens.
Maybe 3 or 4. I'm sure that you can freeze them, add them to a salad, put them in a burrito. You know, come on.
No waste here.
Not a wasteful thing. Well, and I don't know if we've said it, but I am vegan. So,
yes.
So it was like there was some waste, because everything that was in my mouth ended up in a compost bag right after.
That's true.
Yeah.
When I said cut, it would be.
Yeah. And then we had to find a good piece of skin again to try to do different things with.
Yes.
Okay, let's go back to the footage.
Okay.
That took a couple takes too. That was so funny. Shock. There was no sound, right?
Yeah.
Like all of this sound was added after the bell, the sprinkles.
Yeah.
which was also added on set, like, or maybe just before, obviously, because we brought it to set, but it wasn't in the original idea of adding the sprinkles and adding the Tabasco, right?
Yeah.
And then I
I
remember,
love this.
sorry, let me pause
Oh,
it again.
I was just gonna say I also love this shot with all the buildings in the background. It just looks so like um
Oh, it could be Hawaii, or,
yeah.
or it's, yeah, yeah, it's one of those big cities in on the waterfront.
Yeah, yeah,
Or actually, we don't even see that it's on the waterfront, but it's a pool in a nice, it could be Palm Springs then, really.
yeah, absolutely.
Um, what was I going to say about the shaking? I wanted to say too, the shaking. I got a bit hyper on it, and you had to reel me back, because I was like, and then you're like, sexy, 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 and I'm like, oh yeah, oh, sexy flakes, sexy chili flakes everywhere.
How do you make flakes sexy? And you did it. You did it.
So dumb. Okay, we'll keep watching. Oh, also, that's my sister-in-law's hat, and because of all of the oil, it got totally wrecked with oil because I kept pulling it off my face and on, so she could never wear it again. Well, there's Sandy's favorite shot. Oh, I denied you my nose.
Yeah.
Oop, again. Oh, it's exciting. I mean, doesn't everybody love this shot of their face? I mean, isn't that just the most beautiful shot ever?
Oh, there's a better one. There's a better one coming up.
I think you were going to say beautifuler.
Beautifuler.
Yeah.
I think I was too.
Look at that neck. Yeah. Oh, sick. By the way, this burned. As soon as it touched my skin, it was burning. I think that's a ketchup bottle. I think it might have been a ketchup bottle sound. Blop, blop. That's me going. This. That sound, that is saran wrap with a bit of water on top, and me just pulling it so you hear the crinkly sound of it.
Which was brilliant.
Oh, I mean, I was like just trying to go around my kitchen figuring out things. And I think because, I don't know if I said this already, I think because I was doing the sound design, it took me months to actually even face editing this. I kept looking at it and being like, ooh, that looks scary. I'm not going to edit this. But then eventually I just started playing with sounds and it became fun. Here we go. And ADR, nice voice over here.
That's good.
Again, that's just me whispering it, watching my face and whispering it, watching even how I'm breathing to see when I breathe in and out, so that I could be like, a little bit more. Into my phone, into my great equipment.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for indulging me, because it's funny.
It's really funny. Yeah, that was your idea. And what if you just did this with it? Like, oh, yeah, okay, great. Thanks, Sandy. Let's try that. It is. It's so stupid and funny. And I had to like make sure I took certain clips of it because you could see up my nose, and it's like it became too much. And I think the focus at points went up my nose and not on the chicken skin. So I had to really cut the right bit, so it wasn't just about, the humor of the inside of my nose.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't everybody think that when they're eating chicken skin? Like, I know I'm vegan now, but before I used to love me some chicken or turkey skin. And it was always like, oh, let's have a little bit. And then you're like, I'm going to have a little bit more.
You're going to go in for it. You're going to dive deeper.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm the one that's paying for it. So. Yeah. Finally, you let me go crazy. You let me not be sexy anymore.
I love I love when we're working together. I don't always call cut right away.
You almost never call cut.
Because there's so much magic that happens with and you just fill that space beautifully with more comedy because there's so many times where you're like, oh, the scene's over, but I let it go and you just seem to go further with it.
Well, what are you going to do? I'm not going to just sit there and be like, and look at you. I probably would if I was annoyed. I'd be like, okay, Sandy, like cut. But I'm usually like, I wonder, okay, let's see where this can go. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's always somewhere it can go that you didn't think of. And you can always cut it. Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. But getting that extra is fun.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
beautiful.
that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. Say to me, that's finger looking. Oh my God. So
Such a
watching
fun.
watching back, does it bring back any other memories of making it or watching first edits or watching it with somebody?
I would definitely I recall it being it was fairly spontaneous.
Yes, that's true. It was like because we didn't gotmilf wasn't even conceived yet, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So it was like I had a stupid idea. I didn't know if it'd be part of Sandy and Susan Do Stupid Shit or if it would be part of something else or what it was. But it was just like this idea of, obviously finger licking. And then I was going to be in Kelowna and you are in Kelowna, Lake Country Kelowna. And so we're like, this is typical Sandy and Susan Do Stupid Shit. It's like, hey, I'm going to be there. Want to film something? Yeah. Okay. Let's go. And then, like you said, you got equipment out from your
Yeah.
you were learning and you were learning specific things about cameras and such.
Yeah. Well, I kind of when I first started working with cameras, I learned on the Canon XL1, which is a digital camera like years and years ago, and it took mini DVs, and that's the same camera that they shot 28 days later on, and I don't recall ever swapping out a lens on it. I mean, it's been years since I touched that camera, and I'm not 100% sure you can actually switch a lens out on it. So, this particular sketch, I believe we shot with a C100, which is also a Canon, and I was kind of learning about focal lengths at the time, so I was playing with different lenses, and so that was something really fun with this sketch in terms of like doing the focus and having it so the background's blown out, and it just it's very intimate, so it's fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. Did you have a gimbal or anything, or was this handheld?
This one, I think we did handheld for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't yeah, I don't think I worked with that at that time for this particular one.
Yeah. And that's
And
sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, in my mind, I'm trying to recall if you actually can put a C100 on a gimbal. There's probably a way that you can rig it up, but I don't think I ever did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fun. So fun. That was the only equipment we had, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to recall if we actually used a bounce for lighting those circles. Did we have one of those for that? I can't recall.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Hmm.
What did Chantel do? Did she help us out with anything? Because I remember you saying we'll give you an associate producer credit on this one, or a PA or something like that. I feel like she helped out too.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm almost wondering if she did hold a bounce at some point.
Maybe because
So
it's like when
yeah,
you put that hat on, and like, I mean, I can say this to you a million times and you already know it, but it's like I have really deep set eyes. So if the lighting isn't great on my face, you don't see my eyes at all. So usually I need a bounce. I need a bounce. What? What? Bounce. What? Oh my God. I think it's time to go because that's what I need to bounce means.
it does actually.
Yeah. Cool. I've just had some people say it's their favorite, some people say it's their least favorite. Um,
You told me when we released it, you said someone commented on it that like they couldn't watch it.
yeah, I had this fan from Sketchy Beavers because it was released on my YouTube page, which is Susan Serrao Sketch and Stuff, which is home to Sketchy Beavers and Sandy and Susan Do Stupid Shit, which is our raw, off the cuff sketches. Do those ones too because I would love to talk about like um, Snappy Hobo and stuff.
We should actually.
That's another one that people are like people would I would watch it with them. They would bust out laughing and then they'd be like, "Oh, you can't show this. No one will laugh." And I'm like, "You literally just
You
laughed."
just laughed.
I feel like that's this one too. Like people are laughing, but they're like, "No, it's so wrong." But that's kind of like, oh, that's one thing I wanted to ask you. What do you think is the message, if there is a message to this sketch?
I think finger licking is really let's go philosophical with this. No. I I think this, like I mentioned before, when we shot this, we didn't realize that it was going to be part of the Got MILF series, but it actually tied into more of the themes of it than we initially recognized when we shot it. So with Got MILF, it's this perception of women and how there's an expectation or they're sexy, and it's really kind of turning that idea up on its head. So it start and this sketch really plays well into that theme of um or the idea of her being sexy at the beginning, rubbing like sensually doing her thing at the pool, but then it just becomes this, like, it does a 180 and it just becomes this ridiculousness, and that's almost like it's almost horrifying in a way. So it goes from like the arc of it is very like sexy to like, oh my god, what's she doing? And so so with that, it's very much taking like the feminine and the idea of what sexy is and got milf is, and turning it on its head, and it's so
Yeah.
much fun and it's very comedic.
Yeah, it really twists that idea of like what we do to be beautiful, right? What we
Yeah,
do to appear sexy or pretty or appealing, the things we do to our body. And I mean, I am not judging it at all. I love me a nice base tan. Like, I feel like my ancestors from like Guyana and Portugal and stuff like this, you always had a tan, right? So it feels like nice. It feels like, oh, that's who I am. But the ways we go about it, a bit questionable.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Aw. Well, I could actually just sit here all day and talk to you about this. But I feel like I've had a lot of your time on a Sunday. And so, do you want to do it again next week?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like, okay, because this week, okay, because in Got MILF, the sketch comedy special on Roku, this is the first sketch, is Finger Lickin'. The next
Mhm.
sketch is Death by Vitamin C. So that's the one I'd like to do next week, which is also my absolute favorite
I
sketch that we've
love
ever
that
done
one so
together.
much.
I love it so much. And the message in that one, oh, we're gonna dive in because it's a
Yes.
similar thing, right? It's like what we do for health or sexiness
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever, right? For image, for yeah, it's like the things we do to ourselves.
And how can we take this further?
Hmm. Oh, like I said, I think the only way we could have taken finger licking further is if we actually ripped off a bone and I was gnawing on a bone at the end before I
Which
died.
would have been very funny too.
That would have been very funny. Like, why? That's the thing I hate about filming sketch and then watching it like a year later is like, I'm like, oh, we missed that.
Missed opportunity.
Oh, bone. Where's the bone? So funny is like sucking it off the bone and then being like, gah. but also dying in front of an audience that is like talking and all this stuff, like all the noise that was happening while we were filming this was so distracting that it was
Oh,
really, and then the things I'm doing are so ridiculous to do in a public space. Like, I wonder if it was like, if it was closed off, if I would have been able to bring it to another level, or if I brought it to another level because I had people watching. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
interesting to think back on like what the environment was and what really nurtured the comedy and what would have been a better environment for it.
yeah. That's a great question. I think you did the flakes very well, very sensually.
Thank you so much. Not many people even remember the flakes, to be honest. And they're a big part. They're the first jump. They're the first jump into the weird.
Hmm.
Your
It
soft
is.
little, hey, what about this? Hey, what about this? Hey, what about this?
The escalation.
That's part about sketch is escalation. My
Yeah.
goodness. And the big payoff. Because if you think about it, if I were to sit and roast myself and I was fully cooked, I would probably be dead.
Yeah.
But I think my legs would probably cook before my, my midsection or my body, because there's a lot to
Yeah.
cook through. It wouldn't be as cooked. So it
Yeah.
does make sense that I could eat my leg. And then in eating my leg, not only would I die from eating my leg, but also because probably the rest of me is getting cooked. So it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
you wouldn't go for the arms first because you need your arms to eat.
yeah.
So
And
you would
even,
obviously go for the leg.
oh my God. And even if they are roasted, there might be some like nerves that are still working,
Yeah.
that can
Yeah.
do this. And I should have done this and then eaten it and then gone into my arm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Missed opportunity.
so many, so many. So we'll leave on a down note. Things we could have. Thanks so much, Sandy. I always love talking to you.
Oh, thank you. Likewise. I love having a conversation about sketches
Oh my God.
and
Yes.
looking back on them and reflecting.
Yes. Oh, and the silliness we did. And also just like we did that. Like nobody asked us to. And we thought this is a good idea.
But that's the beautiful thing about creating. You just create.
You just create and hopefully
Yeah.
somebody somewhere sees it if you want them to.
Yeah. And they
But yeah,
laugh.
and they that's the joy is when I actually get to hear people laugh when they watch it and you're like, "Oh, thank God. Thank God. It's not what my parents said it would be." This is a huge failure. Okay, I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll see you next
Love you
week.
too. Sounds good.
Okay, bye.
Bye.